With that all being said, especially as we talk about based on the true story, the actual timeline of Jan Mardenborough's racing career is actually it's like it was kind of jumbled up a bit to make it more sense from a movie perspective.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. So Zach, give us that rundown. Like, let us know what actually happened.
So initially, the story takes place as far back as like 2011. Actually.
Yep. We see that at the end of the movie, like young Jan Mardenborough, like actually like he looks hella young, but he's just there like at GT Academy, like playing the game.
Well, I think he was not that young. He was
like
probably
16 right? Or 18.
He was like 18 by that point because he's 31 now.
Yeah, he's 31 now, but he like for an 18-year-old, he looked like he's 14. 20. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But now he still looks like he's like in his early
12 years ago,
20s.
yeah, he would have been old enough to drink. When the movie takes place, or when a movie should take place. So the movie takes place should be taking place in 2011, but it does take place in more modern, more modern times, because in the movie you see that they're using Gran Turismo 7 instead of the Gran Turismo that would have been out during that time, which I think was Gran Turismo 5. Mm-hmm. I think from looking up here on IMDb, Gran Turismo 5 for the PlayStation 3. But they used the 7 game. And then they go through the whole GT Academy that same year, I believe. Or no, sorry, this was in 2012 or 2013 is when that finally happens, right? Like he's going through the academy and he's competing in races and doing all that stuff. And then you have the crash at the Nürburgring, which was like a significant thing to him. This takes place in 2015. But the 24 Hours of Le Mans race that happens in the movie after Nürburgring actually takes place 2 years prior in 2013, not 2015.
Nice.
So
swapped up the order.
Yeah. So him and the team that he was racing for during that time, when they did actually podium at Le Mans, but it happened before the Nürburgring crash. So in the movie they did it that way, so that way it was like motivation, inspiration for him to
get the podium
to like
end the movie with the podium.
They still podium third, right?
In the movie, yeah.
No, but in real life.
No, in real life, in 2015. Okay, so in 2015 you had the Nürburgring crash.
Yeah.
And then there was the Le Mans race later that year also, but they DNF'd.
They DNF'd at 2015, yeah.
Yeah, they DNF'd in the 2015
What about the other
season.
one?
In what lap, though? Was it like close to the end?
This was maybe like 2/3 of the way through the race. Like 16, 18, 20-hour mark, I would say. So, but in the 2013, when in the actual, in real life, they did podium.
Cool.
So that was real.
But they podium at third.
Yeah, third. In the movie, it was third.
Yeah, but when they podium,
that was so consistent.
Initially, yes, it was the same podium position.
Yeah. Okay. So the Le Mans race at the end was supposed to be based off of that one, not the 2015 one, if we're going chronological order. But of course, that wouldn't have made for a good ending, I guess.
No. It's like, hey, we DNF'd.
It's like all of this to show that sim racers can become real race car drivers, and then
hey, we DNF'd, but hey, we already did it first. But
and they DNF in real life. They DNF'd on like mechanical issues.
Yeah, it's like
so it wasn't like they crashed. It was
it was just like and the car broke down, which is unfortunate.
And you can actually get an idea of what happened. There's a documentary on Amazon. It's like 5 or 6 episodes of the 2015 Le Mans race, and one of the episodes they focus on the team, on the Nissan LMP1 team that Jan was part of, and a couple other drivers who I think were also sim racers, because the whole team was sim racers.
Oh, they were still all sim racers, just like in the movie.
Yeah, because they were still trying to prove that point of like, we can put people that play video games into an actual car and they can still perform well. It was still that same idea. So I think it was like the 3rd episode in that docuseries where they focus on the Nissan team and they show some of the backstory for the drivers, especially Jan, where they talk about the Nürburgring crash, and they show like a clip or a picture from that, and then with their experience throughout the whole race of that year, up until the point where they DNF'd.
What's the series called? Or show?
I always forget it what it's called. I think it's on Prime Video, so if you just look up Le Mans,
Le Mans, Amazon Prime for at least a little while. Yeah.
and that's spelled LE space MANS.
Le Mans.
Le Mans. Yeah.
Racing is everything. That's what it's called. Le Mans Racing is everything.
And then another subtitle is And It's Raining.
And it's raining.
Actually, I think it did race that year also.
It did rain. Yes.
I think it did rain in that race.
Freaking hilarious.